some people will be saying that why talking about this Reno. We need to expose them. It's not that it's relevant, but you need to expose him. Because if people don't talk about this guy, all this nonsense that he's doing, the gullible ones will always fall for them. The man is not even ashamed now. He's talking out that nothing will remove Tinubu from office. And he has been able to enumerate and list the reason why Supreme Court will favor Tinubu. Yes, Reno Omokri, former aide to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, has bared his thoughts on the recent controversy trailing the academic records of Tinubu. In a post hours after former Vice President Abubakar Atiku addressed a press conference on the academic records of Tinubu, the Chicago State University, Omokri said only the position of the law will sway Supreme Court's decision on the case instituted, because we know that our law does not work, because the same Reno would have stood against, if it were to be Nigeria, he would have stood beside Tinubu and said, you know what, that nobody should release Tinubu's academic records. But thank God that a US court instructed them to do that. If it were to be in Nigeria, they would not have allowed it. And now he's telling us what the court, Nigeria courts, that on our courts, they cherry pick. So some people now tell you, oh, when it favors them, they start saying, oh, judiciary is the last, is the hope of the common man and all of that. They cherry pick. That is not how it ought to be. They need to be fair in all ramifications. Where Reno Omokri is saying that Tinubu cannot be ousted based on what Atiku has brought. And meanwhile, Omokri, who campaigned vigorously for Atiku during the 2023 presidential election, said, whether you like it or not, the Supreme Court won't be moved by public opinion, public outrage, and public tantrums. So people are just complaining for nothing. That is the narrative they are saying now. Of course, the CGN has said that they will not be moved with a public opinion. So the public opinion is not right, but you can get the public to come and vote. You always use that public effort to say that somebody is democratically elected. Is that not? The only thing that will move them is the position of the law, which is in the case of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 and the Electoral Act 2022. Question 1 is that what is the qualification of the office of president? Answer is that you have a minimum of school leaving certificates or more. Does he have it? No. Question 2, does Bola Tinubu have such a qualification or higher? Answer is by virtue of the yes answer from Mr. Caleb Westbridge given under oath on the question of whether or not the same Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who graduated from Chicago State University, is the same as the current president of Nigeria. He is more than eminently qualified. This is what Reno is saying. Nothing outside this will even be considered by the Supreme Court, even if it is forged, no matter what is done. The only way you can prove that a person forged his academic credential is by proving that he does not have the qualification that the said diploma purports that he has. And in this case, Bola Tinubu has been confirmed as a graduate of the school he said he graduated from. If you like, you can insult me until thy kingdom come. The truth remains the truth. Facing reality does not mean you have abandoned your candidate. You don't abandon and forget, make you go sit down. Powerful men are not served best by yes men. They need people who can tell them the truth when those around them tell them what they want to hear. I said it. If we say this guy gets this thing, I don't know why I not even tell US made a no release, because they came with the mantra of oh, it is his private this, it is his private this. Why is it that the privacy did not count? Because somebody said, I once read somewhere when somebody said, oh, Tinubu is not a citizen of the US, so this issue of privacy will not even arise in the first place. But nobody even talked about it, because they said, you know, that they are saying that the public opinion does not matter. But the US court said because of the public opinion and the interest of the public in this whole thing made them to say, yes, they have to tell the CSU to release its records for Atiku. But you see the way Nigeria whether media and the politicians and the APC are trying to twist it, that the public opinion does not matter. But when it comes to some amendments of a constitution and what have you, they will tell you the public opinion matters. It is the public this. What are the public saying? Everybody will be served breakfast. As many who are supporting evil. Well, this one has already made himself the enemy of the people. Reno the Reno, son of a dog. People are talking of forgery. Let someone show me the original or the forged certificates. Making mockery of yourself. You don't even have sense. You are just trying to make yourself relevant. Which position do you even occupy in the criminals? Forge, thieves, government, animal in the highest form. Reno, but remember you kick against the shadow of Buhari, who is bankrolling you now. He goods. Omokri can peddle the trash because the inquisition was not a direct trial of Tinubu. Their summons was the release document that will speak for themselves. We are done as Nigerian and fear no further fall. The inept judiciary may see as they have all the years heretofore in the Tinubu question. Okay? Tinubu subtly indicted himself when he said releasing his document will cause him irreparable damage, which Reno Mokri and the rest, they are not even talking about. Tinubu himself says it's going to is going to damage him, which is already happening. That statement alone confirms that deep down in his own conscience, he himself knew that something was wrong. So with the subtle indictment coupled with the discoveries of forgery identity theft, false claims, that is, the Supreme Court does not even need any other evidence. A cheat cannot be the president. It's beyond mere settlements. We are ashamed of you people for bringing the certificate shame to Nigeria. African leaders have been laughing at Nigeria before now. ECOWAS, how far?